Sisig, the sizzling, flavorful Filipino dish that's taken the world by storm. Okay, I don't know that, but I think it should because it's delicious. Mabuhay! Welcome to Fantastic Feasts. I'm Erica. Today, let's cook some delicious sisig using different types of plant-based proteins that are staples in my kitchen. So what's sisig? Born in the streets of Pampanga, sisig was originally crafted using chopped up leftover pig parts. And this is a great testament to the Filipino resourcefulness and love for flavor. Today, it's evolved in this culinary icon with a lot of different variations. My favorite one is the one that we're gonna make today, which is on a sizzling plate, usually cracked with a raw egg on top, but we're gonna make it all vegan. Yes, even the egg yolk.
So that means we can leave this cute little guy and many others like him to live longer, happy lives and still eat yummy sisig. I mean, look at that cute face. I wanna eat that. Come on.
And the beauty of sisig is that it is incredibly versatile. Think beyond traditional. So whether you have mushrooms or soy curls or tofu on hand, I hope that this video will help you learn how to deal with those different proteins and also how to make some sisig. Tara, dito tayo!
For the ingredients, we have a block of tofu, dry soy curls, 300 to 400 grams of mushrooms, that's about 15 pieces, a bunch of green onions, either one big green pepper or 2 small green ones. You can also use jalapenos or serranos if you like, red onion, about 10 cloves of garlic, 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil for baking, 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil for sauteing, 3 to 4 tablespoons of soy sauce, and about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And it's okay to skip this, but I like it for extra crispiness and texture. Here are some recommended toppings after. You can do deep fried onions, crispy garlic. You can even have this vegan egg yolk sauce that I have, or mayo. I also have a mayo recipe on my website, all homemade. You can also do a squeeze of lemon to taste, and of course the green onions. So let's preheat the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. We're gonna start by pressing the tofu to get rid of as much moisture as you can. We are gonna use a tofu press here, and you can get creative about how you press your tofu. I've seen people put it in between 2 chopping boards, some kitchen towels at the bottom for moisture. Let's do the soy curls. Just add some water to this, leave it for about 10 minutes and it's gonna soften up. And now on to the mushrooms. Let's go and cut the mushrooms up. You can even tear it up with your hands like so. You just wanna really put it into bite-sized pieces. Now let's squeeze out as much liquid as possible from the soy curls so it can absorb the seasonings that we're gonna put in. As you can see from the texture, this is a great chicken substitute. You can even tear it into shreds. One last squeeze and look at all that water that we don't want. This is the way I was taught how to cut onions in high school culinary class. And I found it's worked really well, so I've been using it since. Just excuse the little sniveling on the side. I mean, are you really even cutting onions if you're not sniveling? No. And now garlic, and lots of it. Just a rough chop, no need to mince. We can do this smashing thing to the garlic to just help remove the peel easier. Yep, we're garlic people. Vampires hate us, and frankly, we like to keep it that way. Woohoo! Now let's cut the green chilies. You can use green bell peppers. This is just what I have on hand. If you don't want the spice, the green bell peppers will help. And if you like to live dangerously, though, you can use jalapenos or serranos, whatever green pepper sears your tongue better. Yeah, that rhymes. Yep. And then the green onions, the final topping. I'm separating the white parts and the green parts again because I'm going to put the white parts and saute it with the rest of the ingredients. And then the greener parts, it's just going to be the topping at the end. Now let's get back to the soy curls and just roughly chop them into bite-sized pieces. We can throw them all together in a pan with the mushrooms and the tofu as well. And that tofu, we're just gonna cut into cubes. You know, bite-sized pieces. You can even just tear this up into little pieces. You don't even need to use a knife. Yeah, about that size. Let's coat the tofu, soy curls, mushrooms, and about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 2 to 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, and 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil. We'll season it with some salt and some pepper, and we'll give it a nice toss. Make sure there's no dry, powdery spots. Now let's place it in a 400 degree Fahrenheit oven for about 10 minutes. And then we'll broil it on high for about 4 to 5 minutes or until golden brown and crispy in the edges. Alright, so let's move on to that stove and preheat that pan. Add the oil, saute half of the red onions until translucent.
Okay, that's garlic, but that's because I was experimenting if garlic and infusing the oil with garlic first will make it taste better, but it didn't matter because I didn't have that much oil to infuse anyways. So that's the story there. Hope you learned something because I did. Anyway, so let's add everything else into the pan from that oven tray, along with the rest of the red onions and the green bell peppers. I like adding the rest of the red onions at a later time because I think it gives the dish a bit more dimension. However, if you're not a fan of raw onions, then just put them all in the beginning. Saute all of this for 2 to 3 minutes. Now serve this topped with lots of green onions, a dollop of mayonnaise or egg yolk sauce, as you see here, and slices of lemons. This is best eaten with white rice, fried rice, or even java rice. If you learned something new today, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Maraming salamat!